Hi everyone, welcome along. It is JDQ week 8. Yes, the start of another brand new week of your daily quizzing fun and games. Hope you are all well. Hope you've all had a very good weekend. It's a very strange one for me this week. I'm pre-recording these well in advance because the last week was half term and I only had one day in the whole of the week where I wasn't watching Jack and doing stuff with him to get everything recorded, including my Saturday night pre-recorded quiz as well. So I'm recording these quite early in last week, so I can't look at the leaderboard and say, hey, congratulations to such and such for winning last week, unfortunately. But congratulations if you finished top of the leaderboard on Quiz Hub. Congratulations to you for that. But yeah, thank you very much for continuing to use Quiz Hub as well and updating your scores. I was a bit nervous last week because having had a full week of people putting their scores on, I was eagerly waiting to see what would happen on Monday, and thankfully it did flick over and it did start a brand new week of leaderboards. So I'll be doing exactly the same at the end of this week when it flips from the 28th of February to the 1st of March. Will the monthly leaderboard update and change? We shall soon find out together. Because I'm pre-recording these in a bit of a sort of quick block and then having to edit and get them uploaded, there's no music clips this week, as half of you sort of have a sigh of relief and half of you are a bit disappointed. But yeah, there's no no audio clips in this week, just like I say, just because I've got a bit of a limited time span in which I can do everything this week. But I think that brings us perfectly on. I'm still needing to get these sort of intros a bit shorter, but let's get straight into the reason you are here. And for those of you who have skipped the intro, welcome along. It's Monday the 24th of February. Here is JDQ week 8 quiz number 1. And here we go. Question number 1 is, which TV show's opening credits starts with the shot of a sofa in front of a fountain? 6 people then appear individually, they open umbrellas and dance around. A full credit goes to my friend Dan for the ideas for these kind of questions. I've done a few of them over the years. But yeah, full credit to Dan for sort of, describe what the opening of a TV show looks like. Question number 2 today. Keith, Michael, Shane, Stephen and Ronan made up which boy band? So Keith, Michael, Shane, Stephen and Ronan made up which boy band? Just realized I've got a candle crackling away in here and I think it might just be, my microphone might just be picking it up. So if it does and you're wondering what the crackle is, it's one of those crackling wick candles. Question number 3, Stone Age, then Bronze Age, but what comes next? So Stone Age, Bronze Age, what comes next? Question number 4. There have only been 2 English players to win the Football World Cup Golden Boot. Harry Kane is one. Name the other. So there have only been 2 English players to win the Football World Cup Golden Boot. Harry Kane is one. Name the other. And your final question then today, number 5. Which former US president was the first to reach 100 million followers on Twitter, which is now called X? But back then it was Twitter. It was when it was more fun as Twitter. Which former US president was the first to reach 100 million followers on Twitter? And there we go, ladies and gents, then that is all of your questions for today. Dave will be here with your countdown in just a moment's time. So make sure you've got those answers written down. You've decided between some of them. You might be sort of torn between some of them. But whichever way, make sure you've got your answers written down. And after Dave, I'll give you the answers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, so let's see how you did with these questions today. It's Monday the 24th of February, or whenever you're listening to it. You might be listening to them all in a big block. But here are your answers then. Question number 1, which TV show's opening credits starts with a shot of a sofa in front of a fountain? 6 people then appear individually, they open umbrellas and dance around. It is the iconic TV show of Friends. Question number 2, Keith, Michael, Shane, Stephen and Ronan made up which boy band? It is Boyzone. Number 3, Stone Age, the Bronze Age. Which comes next? It is the Iron Age. Number 4, there have only been 2 English players to win the Football World Cup Golden Boot. Harry Kane was one. The other was Gary Lineker. And your final question today, number 5. Which former US president was the first to reach 100 million followers on Twitter? It was Barack Obama. I think hopefully the word former in there, you know, some of you may well have gone for the current incumbent, which kind of, yeah, he is. He's kind of the former US president and current president. It's a bit of a weird situation. But yeah, no, Barack Obama was the first to reach 100 million followers on Twitter. There we go. That is your 5 questions for today. Don't forget, if you're playing on Quiz Hub, you need to get an answer for this, which is your tiebreaker. And for just quickly, before I do give you the question and the answer, to enter your score onto Quiz Hub, I think I did put a note on there. But it's the difference between the answer and your actual score. So it's not, you're not putting in your actual score, it's the difference between. So for example, if the answer was 12 and you put 20, the number you'd put into Quiz Hub is 8, because that's the difference. That's how far away you were. But yeah, your question then for today is this: how many goals did Gary Lineker score in his club career? So how many goals did Gary Lineker score in his club career? Remember, if you're using tiebreaker to, you know, separate a ongoing battle, it's nearest to it gets the point. And remember, as I said last week, all of the tiebreakers will now be within 1,000. So the answer will always be between 0 and 1,000. But today's answer, Gary Lineker scored 238. Yeah, 238 goals he scored in his club career. And there we go, ladies and gents. That is your week 8 of JDQ quizzing up and running. That's your first quiz all done and dusted. Let me know how you got on, and don't forget to add your scores to Quiz Hub and see where you stand on the global leaderboard. Hey, listen, I don't know how, but hello to the people in Nepal, because the podcast is currently sat at number 3 in the comedy charts for podcasts in Nepal. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our audience in Nepal. I'm really pleased that that I'm sort of giving you some great content over there. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow then with another 5 question quiz. There's some music, there's some TV, there's some drinks in there as well. There's a national anthem and a bit of a pantomime, which a lot of people say this quiz is, but it's a pantomime question. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks very much as always. Share your scores and let me know how you got on, and I'll see you soon. As always, for me, take care. Stay safe.